Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, the greed of some people will never fail to astound me. Having looted Kwara State for 8 solid years and then progressed to the Senate, where he became a president of the chambers and then continued the looting, is not still satiated. As guys, I bring you this. Saraki's aide slams Governor Abdulrazak over plans to revoke ex-governor pension law in Kwara State, asks Governor Abdulrazak to stop copying Lagos policies word for word. So yes, Saraki, of course, we're talking about. This is the guy that he and his father completely looted the bank, Societe Generale, to the ground and just bankrupted like pretty much all of the customers of that bank, going back to the 80s now. So these people have been at it for long enough, but he still feels that he's not yet fully satisfied and that Nigeria still owes him. And I'm pretty certain, of course, that he's collecting a pension from the Senate as well. He's still collecting some gratuities from the Senate, but he wants that topped up with his pension from Kwara State on top of all of the looting that he has done. As again, Saraki's aide slams Governor Abdulrazak over plans to revoke ex-governor's pension law in Kwara, asks Governor Abdulrazak to stop copying Lagos policies word for word. So now let's not get into the details of it. Abdul Ganiu Abdul Kadir, the press officer local matters to the former governor of Kwara State, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has slammed Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State over his plans to revoke the law that guarantees life pension for ex-governors. The state governor had on Friday, November the 13th, 2020, announced his readiness to send an executive bill to the House of Assembly to repeal the pension law. In a statement by Rafiu Ajakaye, the chief press secretary to the governor, Abdulrazak said he would send the bill to the state assembly next week. The governor said this days after Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu promised to repeal a similar law in Lagos State. Reacting to the statement, Saraki's aide asked Governor Abdulrazak to check records before copying policies from Lagos State word for word. He said the law had been revoked since 2018, adding that Saraki had stopped receiving pensions since then. Abdul Kadir said it is worrisome how politics is clouding the judgment of the present administration under Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak and making it become desperate to score cheap political points, not minding the embarrassment it is causing to the good people of the state. It will be recalled that in February 2018, the Kwara State House of Assembly revised the law and abolished payment of pension, a move that was publicly hailed by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki. Since the review of the law in 2018, Saraki has stopped receiving any pension from the state government. These are verifiable facts that are in the possession of the Kwara State government. If there is any contrary information to this, we urge the incumbent governor to inform the public. It is now worrisome and an embarrassment to all Kwarans that a law that has been since repealed in the state is the same law Governor Abdulrahman is claiming he intended to abolish. Must this administration copy everything from Lagos State word for word? The Abdulrazaks and the Sarakis have remained the two main families controlling Kwara politics since the 70s, when the patriarchs of the families, the late Alhaji Abdulrazak Folorun Shaw and the late Olushola Saraki, established themselves as political giants in the state. So there you have it now. The obviously you've heard what's been said. So the first move was from the state governor, saying that he wanted to abolish this pension law, which is just like collecting rent from the state effectively, or this rent seeking that is going on all over the states in Nigeria. So this was his opening salvo, and yes, the critic, whoever the critic is, what is his name again? Saraki's boy, what is his name again? Abdul Kadir. So this character, he is right to say that this guy is copying this policy from Lagos State, because just last week we heard the announcement from Lagos State that they were repealing that free for all that Tinubu had established when he left office. I think in 2006, 2007. So that free for all, that they were getting 6 cars every 3 years. That was part of the pension package in Lagos State. They were getting 6 cars, 6 brand new cars every 6 years. They were getting houses in Lagos and Abuja, and of course they were getting 3-4 times their salaries as a life pension for ex-governors. Fashola, of course, came out a few months ago to say that he was not collecting it, but of course Tinubu would never turn his nose up to a naira note. So he copied this wholesale from Lagos State. So that's the one element. But the second element is, why is Saraki feeling the need to speak on this? Because of course, make no mistake, this guy speaking is Saraki speaking, because he would not speak unless he's been instructed. So why is Saraki now taking this position? So there are several elements to this. The first thing that you have to consider is, when this governor says that he's repealing the pension laws in Kwara State, the immediate thought that everybody would have will be of Saraki, because he is the public face of that state, and he is the more or less Tinubu of that state, the one that is looting that state. And if you are talking of looting Kwara State, and you will immediately think, of course, of Saraki. So the Saraki element, Dr. Bukola Saraki, the former Senate president, he understood this public singing and dancing that the Kwara State governor is doing, that is repealing the pension plan, as an attack against his reputation or a move against his political influence. And he is right, of course, because I am sure the Kwara State governor was gearing this particular public pronouncement against Saraki. But as karma would have it, as quirk of faith would have it, apparently, allegedly, this same thing was revoked as far back as 2018. So as far back as 2018, according to Saraki, and he would not say this, by the way, if it was not on record that this was the case, as far back as 2018, this law now that this guy was saying that he's going to have repealed by some executive fiat had actually already been repealed as far back as 2018, to the point that Saraki is now indicating that he was not collecting any pension from 2018. But him saying that he was not collecting any pension from 2018 brings almost immediately to question another scenario. If he was indeed collecting pensions up to 2018, when this pension law was then repealed, he of course was not the governor of Kwara State then. He would not be the governor anyway and be collecting pension. But he was not the governor of Kwara State then. He was the Senate leader. He was the Senate leader pretty much from 2015. So if he was the Senate leader in 2018, collecting all the fat salaries, all the sitting allowances, all the accoutrements and the emoluments and all the commissions that he will place himself in, that is oversighting the oil industry and collecting all sorts of, all the vast sum of monies that he would have been collecting as the Senate president, he still, up to 2018, was collecting pension from Kwara State. Even if the law facilitates for him to continue to collect those pensions because he's the ex-governor, surely morality and decency would have it be the case that he would voluntarily give up that pension because of the vast fortunes that he had already made from that state, and the even bigger fortune that is now taking off the Nigerian state at the national level, at the federal level, as the Senate president. But of course, as I said, the last thing Saraki would ever do would be to turn his nose up to a naira note. This is a guy that loves the feel and texture of a naira note. Conversations in the comment section, he said She said the pension plans in Kwara State is in contention, but Saraki, even though the law was repealed in 2018, he still collected it up to that point, according to his own spokesperson. What says you? Come share thoughts. Saraki lost a naira note is the upshot, is the takeaway from this. What are you taking away from it? Come tell me all about it in the comment section. But before you come to the comment section to have that conversation, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come tell me then this pension package that all these governors have put in place for themselves continue to loot the Nigerian state in and out of office. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.